Tom Allen is right here. It's so lovely to see you.
It's lovely to be here as ever.
How are you? Now, look, obviously the host of The Apprentice, you're fired.
Well, yes, indeed.
Shall we have a wee sneaky preview?
Oh, I'd like that.
Of tonight. It's the candidates in The Apprentice jetting off to Turkey. Oh, Tom Allen joins me now. We were just chatting away about that,
having a little gossip there, yeah.
It was like, oh, I was surprised Jana went. Were you not, though?
Yeah, I think we're all taken back. I think because,
know.
you know, it's such a big, intense process that they're all going through. I always just imagine that they're all immersed in it. So it was quite strange when he was like, no, I'm going to go.
I know, it's weird.
Lovely.
Just so strange. Anyway, The Apprentice, you're fired. I love this because we do get to know the real person a bit more. Because, let's be honest, in The Apprentice, they are a bit cartoonish. But when they come on with you, we get to know them a wee bitty better.
Well.
And you actually go, oh, they're all right after all.
Well, I always try and make it so that they have a nice time with us.
You do.
Because
it's lovely.
I think, yeah, like you say, it's such an intense process that they're on. You know, they don't have access to their phones. They're all living in that house together.
Oh, gosh.
They're absolutely knackered. And so they do sometimes do, well, eccentric things. So when they come and see us, I try and make them have a nice time and we get to know them a bit more. But I learned that from you, you know, Lorraine. You taught me that, how to bring out the best in people.
Can you believe 20 years, though, Tom? I mean, they're doing something right, aren't they?
I know, people love it.
They do.
I think as well, The Apprentice generally is something that people will watch as a family. It's still, they'll sit down with the kids. I think particularly teenagers like it because it's sort of an insight into the world of work. Although I don't like to break it to a lot of teenagers. I don't know. I don't think the world of work is quite like that. You don't go on so many sort of trips.
Have you had any favourites, favourite people, favourite moments from this series so far?
Well, this series, I particularly enjoyed Nadia when she was negotiating for a sheep's fleece.
Oh, it was brilliant.
I think I don't know if you've seen it, but the man says it. Oh, there it is the moment.
It is the moment. It's good. You say it here, it comes out
here. It comes up. He says it's 25 quid. She goes, I'll give you £1.50, which I thought was a bold opener.
Yes.
And as my partner Alfie will say, it's a bit like trying to do a deal on Vinted. You know, that's how, or if you do any kind of online sales. That's basically, I think, people would go, it's £25, we'll give you £1.50.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake.
You know, but they're eccentric, they're characters, and that's tonight's lineup. We've got Thomas Skinner joining us tonight, who people might remember from a few years ago.
Of course.
And he's a character.
He's a good
as well.
lad.
So we have a right laugh with him. I think I'm just trying to look as tall as him there.
Yes, you are. Is that your serious face?
No, I think that was me trying to give myself a chin because
I hear you.
I've been, you know, I have a nice life, but I do eat quite a lot of bread and I drink quite a lot of wine. Quite biblical.
Frankly,
but it does mean I don't really have a face anymore. so I do have. That's why I've had to grow a beard in the last few years because that.
Oh, geez, see, I can't do that. Oh. Well, I could, but I mean, I can't.
Well, you can, Lorraine. You can.
Why
Give
not?
people something to talk about.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Now, look, is there going to be Celebrity Apprentice? Do we think, or can we not see?
Well, I mean, there are some rumours going around. I don't know. I don't like to talk about these things, but there's some talk of it maybe coming up later in the year, but I don't know.
We'll see. It would be quite good.
It would be quite fun.
Yeah.
I was chatting to Lord Sugar just yesterday, actually, at the boardroom. He did a little interview with me, and yes, he's always, you know, he's always the same. He's always very much. He speaks as he finds.
He does.
So I think if any celebs find themselves encountering him, they'll be. Well, they won't be treated any differently to anybody else.
No, and that's good. And it'll probably shock quite a few of them, which is always a very good idea.
He's quite good. I think people love him because he is plain speaking. And he will sort of, you know, in a world where people are so sort of tiptoeing around going, oh, you know, I'm just not sure our synergy is in line. And I'm just not sure about your feelings.
He just says it as it is.
It goes, well, forget it. No, what are you talking about? No, don't like it. You're fired.
He's uncancelable.
Yeah, you can't be cancelled, can he? You're fired. And I always think, though, we shouldn't really say you're fired. That's quite an Americanism. We should say you're sacked. That's what our show should be called. You're sacked. You wouldn't say or sling your hook.
Sling your hook.
Yeah, that's what people say.
That would be good. I like the way that you've got this show.
Yes.
But then also you've got the spin-off show of Bake Off, which I love.
Oh,
as you
yes,
know,
and
I've been on the show a lot, and I love an extra slice. Again, it's a kind show. It's a sweet show, and it's funny.
Oh, thank you for
and it celebrates.
Well, I think with both those shows, we try and have a laugh.
Yes,
and I think in a world that's kind of quite looking at some of the papers, it's a very stressful world we live in.
Yes.
And I think if you can give people a bit of distraction and a bit of a nice time, and that's what I like about both those shows, is it's about interacting with people and showing that we can all get along and we can all have a nice time together. So with You're Fired, it's on at 10 o'clock on BBC Two, and it's kind of, you know, it's a show that is, we're just having a laugh about what we've just watched, which is kind of, I think, what the world needs more of, just light.
Exactly.
You know, like we have here, a nice light time.
Yes, thank you.
I don't want to watch anything stressful.
No, I don't, and we sort of deliberately did that. You know, of course we cover serious things, but we try to have a bit of light. On that note, you want to be...
What do I want to be? What have I said? You
have said that you want to be in Call the Midwife.
Well...
Do you want to be a midwife? I can't imagine you between a lady's legs.
Well...
It would be a first.
That'll be in one of these tomorrow. It's actually my friend Susie Ruffle who has led the charge on this. She's wonderful, and her and I have a really fun podcast, Like-Minded Friends. And Susie's always wanted to be in it, and I always think, well, I think we could make a really great, maybe recently married couple going through some marital problems.
Yes.
Maybe Sister Julian Clary would come round.
Sister Julian Clary
would come round and
it's a whole new show, Tom.
It's a whole new spin-off. I just love it. And Vanessa Redgrave doing that croaky old voiceover at the beginning.
It.
Sometimes I'm not sure what it's about. Sometimes I don't know if it even
doesn't
makes
make any sense.
Doesn't matter, does it?
It's like they cut up all the words and throw them in the air, and then she just says the words.
Sometimes children and babies and families are the best. You know, and you go, yes, that's true, isn't it?
And look, you're packing your swimming trunks because you are off to Australia.
Yes, I am, in mid-April. Tell all your friends. I'm going to be going to Melbourne and Brisbane and Perth and Sydney. So I'm going to some places I've not been to on my own before. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, that would be great.
So yeah, very excited to be doing my tour show over there. So
because you did it here and it was great, and then now you're going over there.
Yes, well, so I finished that last year, and now I'm going to take it to Australia for a few weeks, and you know, I just like a flight, actually. I like a long-haul flight. You just sit there.
Nobody can get you.
No one can get you. Watch films, get drunk, fall asleep. Normally,
amazing.
It's me at a bus stop, but this time I get to on a plane.
You can do it long haul. You can do it long haul. That's good.
Yeah.
Such a joy to see you. It really
it's
is.
Lovely to be
As you
here.
said, The Apprentice, you're fired, you're sacked, you're sling your hook.
Sling your hook.
Sling your hook.
The Apprentice, sling your hook.
Tonight, 9 o'clock, with You're Fired straight after. At 10 o'clock, of course. Well, that's a wrap for this video. We hope you enjoyed it. We have all the best moments from the show right here on the channel. And if you like this video, then we think you'll love this one. See you next time.